Landmark 79,000 crore rupees defence deal has now been announced today that will essentially equip the Indian Armed Forces, which includes the Army, Navy as well as Air Force, with a slew of offensive and intelligence systems that are to be brought in. The Army, what we are being told, will receive the NAG anti-tank missiles, Mark II Element systems and high mobility vehicles to improve tracking of enemy combat vehicles and bunker targets and provide round-the-clock electronic intelligence. The Navy will be bolstered with landing platform docks, 30mm naval surface guns, advanced lightweight torpedoes and 76mm super rapid gun mounts to support amphibious operations, which also includes low-intensity maritime missions, and it will also enable the Navy to carry out anti-piracy patrols. As far as the Air Force is concerned, they will be acquiring a long-range target saturation destruction system plus which would essentially mean that they would be able to carry out autonomous takeoff, landing, navigation and detection capabilities. Remember this, post-Operation Sindoor, this is the biggest procurement nod that has come in from the Defence Ministry. This was a decision that was taken at the Defence Acquisition Council, chaired by Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh. Let me go across to our correspondent Ishan, who's joining us on this broadcast. A major deal that has now been finalized for all the three services. Help us understand whether at all this is the biggest nod that has come in from the Defence Ministry post-Operation Sindoor, and what does it mean for the armed forces?
Abhishek, today the Defence Acquisition Committee chaired by Honorable Raksha Mantri took the decision to purchase around 79,000 crores worth of equipment for the three forces. The chunk of it has gone to the Navy with around 63% in various types of crafts and various types of crafts have been acquired, and 16% going to the Air Force and remaining going to the Indian Army. This is a modernization step that is taking place wherein a lot of the equipment is focused on intelligent equipment, wherein this Navy is purchasing smart ammunition rounds for its 130mm SRGM for its ship. These smart rounds are capable of maneuvering in air and changing, detecting and moving across the air and changing its direction mid-air. This type of round is being first time inducted into the Indian Navy. Furthermore, the sensor net that the Indian Air Force is procuring under this is massive and will provide a very definitive edge to the Indian Air Force. And furthermore, the Army is also getting a lot of equipment which is providing a larger sensor capability and detection capability for anti-drone and anti-swarm warfare for the same. Back to you, Shawan.
But just a quick recap of what we know so far, and I'm just going to take our viewers through the details that we have just received with regards to the breakup of each of these equipments that are likely to be brought in, particularly as far as the Indian Army is concerned, which would essentially mean that the electronic surveillance is increased. Some of it for the first time being brought in, Ishan, with regards to the electronic surveillance capabilities that Indian Navy and the Indian Army would be getting.
The Indian Navy and Indian Army are definitely bolstering their surveillance capability with advanced intelligence and AWOC systems bringing in. This advanced intelligence system that the Indian Navy is bringing in will equip lots of our destroyers and frigates with advanced sensor radars, which are providing not only defensive capabilities but offensive capabilities as well, wherein saturation attacks can be conducted through these electronic warfare capabilities that will be inducted into the Indian Navy. These will be equipped with the latest AESA radar systems and with multi-object tracking capabilities of up to 200 to 300 objects depending on the radar and size of the vessel. Furthermore, the Indian Army is developing a sensor net across the border of Pakistan and China, wherein they are focusing on both defensive and offensive capabilities. First part of it, the defensive capabilities, is the detection of incoming swarms of drones or singular drones as well. And the second part is the offensive capabilities. Herein, we recently saw the induction of AK-630 guns on vehicle-mounted platform at the border, wherein they have been deployed against for anti-drone warfare capabilities. And similarly, we are also seeing a sensor net being developed, which will provide accurate detection of not only at the border but deep within, and deep penetrating sensors that will go deeper into the enemy territory and detect these incoming drones.
Well, thank you very much, Ishan, for getting us the latest details. With one of the biggest deals now being signed and the nod coming in from the Defence Acquisition Council on your screens right now, we have put out the full breakup of what does the Indian Army, the Navy as well as Air Force would be getting once the procurement process is completed, which includes a NAG missile system, Mark II Elant system and high mobility vehicles for the Indian Army, which would essentially mean tracking enemies' compact vehicles as well.